Okay, I'm Jürgen Reis, the chief engineer for the German company MBL. I'm working for this company for 27 years, and this company has this year the 30th anniversary. And what's really unique for this company is that they have this omnidirectional loudspeaker technology, and this is really very unique, and this is what we are famous for. And so the reason why we have to do this omnidirectional technique is that we want to create for our listener the same experience as they have in real concerts. So with real concerts, we have only a limited influence if you're sitting center or slightly offside. But when you compare this to conventional loudspeaker systems, you get very shift in the sound stage, even if you just move a half meter or if you move 1 meter. So with our system, if you are listening to this, you will notice that you can listen to a stereo image even if you are totally off center. So we have very similar experience to that what's happened in live. And we have done this that we create a 360-degree sound field, and so this direct sound is homogeneous, and also the reverberant sound, which reflects from the side and rear walls, have the same natural sound as the direct sound. So this gives them very homogeneous listening experience when you listen to this loudspeaker. And there are some other companies, small companies, which have also 360 degrees loudspeakers, but we are the only one who are using this banded segment. So we're creating this that we fix the segments on the upper side, lower side mounted in on a moving coil, and when moving coil moves up, the segment bends outwards, and these segments are arranged around the middle axis, and the gaps are sealed, so when the moving coil moves up, the volume increases and creates the sound pressure. And we have small segments for the tweeter, larger for the mid-range, and large segments for the bass. So this is the main reason why we are doing this, and this is really the very unique thing for the company MBL.
Was this technology, this idea, very original and very effective? Was it difficult to implement? You are developing it for several years.
Yeah, it was extremely difficult. It is in the first years we were happy to create this 360-degree sound, but it was totally unlinear, so we have a lot of colorations and we have also high distortion. So we have made a lot of research in materials and in shape to get a more homogeneous sound, and every year we improve a little bit. So really the first 5 or 3 years the system was also astonishing because of these patterns, but the sound was too colored. So over the years we are getting much more homogeneous sound colorations. So up to now we have a really absolutely low distortion, low coloration.
And what are those proprietary materials you are using, if you want to share with us? Which are
for example, for the tweeter we have unidirectional carbon fiber. So we made several measurements with several combinations and thickness of different resins and fibers combination with different temperature to bake the system, and with different rise time with the temperature to bake this, and this gives you different results. So we made some listening and measurements that we can do this result that we have very tight material, but the damping is still high enough. So we could get more rigid materials then, but this would be, the damping would be too low, or we can also put more resin to more damping, but then the material would be too soft. So it's a balance between stiffness and damping.
So as long as the material advance, your loudspeaker will advance also.
Yeah.
And how about your bass units? These are traditional cone units, but with carefully chosen materials again.
For the base, we have also aluminium as for the regular base area, but we have on the large base we have a sandwich aluminiums. That's 2 aluminium membranes baked on each other, and for the smaller units we have aluminium membrane which is folded on the corner to improve the stiffness. And what's very important is that we do not put any force in the cabinet. So we have mounted for each bass driver a counter driver which acts push, and we have fixed both drivers against each other's very high with aluminum rods, so, and have mounted the driver itself very soft in the cabinet, so all the force are held against with these aluminum rods and no force is going into the cabinet.
So you implement a lot of original ideas.
Yeah.
But they're always based in Gemini directional design, and you will not deviate from that.
In the past, we have had a period for over 10 years where we also built and sold conventional systems, but customers identify MBL with omnidirectional, and even this direct radiating systems sounds fairly well. Our cell wasn't high enough. Yeah.
What is your opinion on the computer industry and its involvement with high fidelity reproduction, such as USB transports and streaming servers and stuff like that?
I believe very much in this future, and it's a little bit more difficult because we have to separate between these MP3 customers and the high definition customers. But I personally listen to streaming servers for over 2 years, and we are working on this, and also we now invented a very new technique with this USB interface, and because conventionally USB interface worked like that the computer is sending the data to the DA converter, but the crystal oscillator for the USB protocol is 12 megahertz or 6 megahertz, and this has nothing to do with the autodot